Bitch, the whole internet is fucking shook to the ground, and I have never seen this much controversy go down in the makeup world in a long time. So when the whole world is talking about makeup brushes, you gotta wonder what the fuck is going on around here. So today we are going to dive into what is the most talked about beauty product in a long time, and of course it is the KYLIE Cosmetics full brush set. Now we all know by now that this baby will retail for $360. Now, praise the Lord. So Jesus take the wheel, we're gonna give this a go. Now of course you guys know me, I am always down to be brutally honest. I don't know about other people on YouTube, but I do know that I am one of the only people that has never been paid to say that I like something, and I am someone who just keeps it 100% blunt. I don't give a fuck if you're famous, I don't give a fuck if your brand's in the drugstore. Since I've been doing makeup for about 20 years now. Yes, I started when I was 12 years old, baby. So I think I know about makeup brushes, and I also manufacture and create makeup and brushes, and I know the real cost of everything. So the truth is about to be unveiled. So if you want to know what the hell the tea is on these brushes, then keep on watching. Alright, so of course this is a first impressions video. I have never seen or touched these, and I know these brushes are probably out now by the time that this video is live. So this is what the brushes come in. Now, I don't feel like I have to do a disclaimer every time I do a comment, but I am gonna say this once, and I'm gonna say it once only. Everything I say here is just my thoughts. Of course, if you don't like me already, I don't know why you even clicked on this video, but most of you already know what is up, and I'm sorry that I have to keep reiterating this stuff, but girl, the internet is vicious. So let's unravel this, and I'm just gonna keep it gangster, okay? For $360, I am very curious why this is, I call it vegan leather. It's like a plastic faux leather. It's obviously not real. And this does feel very cheap. So I'm gonna start the review off by saying this feels like it's from the Dollar Tree. Just being fucking 100%. So as you open this up, there are all the brushes. To me, this silver kind of dinky packaging is not doing it for me. The brushes themselves, I do like the packaging. I think the silver on the actual brushes are cute. They do look a little basic looking. I do like silver and chrome and that type of stuff, of course, but overall, am I wowed by this packaging? No, I'm not. This overall just feels very cheap, yeah. But are the brushes good? Of course, I haven't even touched them yet, so we are going to do that right now. But first impressions, what do you guys think? Of course, you're gonna sound off in the comments below while you're watching this, but are we living for the packaging? It almost looks like I don't know. I'm like looking at this like tin foil. It looks like the shit they did in Signs when they were like, ooh. Once you get past the packaging, all the brushes, of course, are displayed here. And here is where I think it gets a little weird. Now, when these brushes were unveiled, of course, the whole internet had to explode and really go in about the price points. KYLIE actually tweeted some stuff out. So I do want to read those really quickly. I'm gonna throw those up on the screen. We're gonna just do a quick little paraphrase. There was an extreme backlash to the price. Of course, not just my opinion. There was thousands and thousands and thousands of people questioning why there was so much money. So she tweeted out, and I'm gonna throw them up right here. I've developed for you guys the most amazing luxury brushes ever. I am very excited. Real brushes don't compare to synthetic brushes. Different performance, quality, everything. I am 100% down to do an entire synthetic line in the future, which will ultimately be cheaper. Okay. Then she goes on to say, I always fight for the lowest price on all my products. Here are some other real brush lines for reference. She references Artis, which I have right here in my hand. She also references Kevyn Aucoin, which I have right here in my hand. And I was a little shook, I gotta be honest. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read that to you guys one more time. I always fight for the lowest price on all my products. What is there to fight about? If it's your brand, you choose the price that they're sold at. So these brushes, obviously I didn't make them. I don't know how much they actually cost to manufacture. I do know that when you manufacture brushes, the markup can be very high depending on your brand. So is the price justified? Of course, I'm gonna test them on my face and see how they perform. But I don't know, you guys. I don't think that these brushes cost that much to make. I mean, let's just keep it gangster here. So a little history lesson, Kevin Aucoin is an iconic makeup artist in the 90s. He put out books that have changed the entire makeup game, and he is a very iconic, and he's a legend. So I am a little, I'm a little peeved that someone who has had a makeup line for such a short amount of time is comparing themselves to an iconic legend. Girl, you better chill. Also, Artiste brushes, we all know these guys. You've seen a million YouTubers use these for foundation. These are very pricey as well, but she's comparing her brush set to these companies. And also MAC. MAC is legendary, baby. They have been around for so long, and with all the problems that her brand has had thus far, I was a little shook at the price point, of course. All right, so I'm gonna do a soft little look today and try out some of these brushes. Now, there is a lot here. I can't use every single one, but you guys know, after about 5 or 6 brushes, you know an opinion. So first of all, let's prime our face. Since this brush set costs so damn much, let's use a primer that costs so damn much. And this is the Gucci Face Silk Priming Serum. I love this. Okay, so we are just going to do a few pumps right there. Now, normally I would use a synthetic brush to apply this. There isn't one here, so I'm just gonna use, what is this one? Number 7. All right, so I'm just gonna take this on my hand, and we're just gonna put this all over our face. All right, I am primed and ready for some foundation. Now, of course, if you use a synthetic brush, your brush hairs will not look like this. And this is not like a negative, so don't take this the wrong way, anyone. But like, you see the bristles, sorry, now my backdrop's a little bright, and they're just really wet. So if you wanted to use this brush for anything else, you're gonna have to clean it or let it dry, which some people don't like. Anyway, moving on, and that was brush number 7, as I said. Let's move on to foundation. So brush number 6 is what I would use for this. Also, wait, I gotta say one thing, you guys. For some reason, and maybe because this was a PR thing, I don't know if customers are gonna get this in the mail, but the brushes are like stuck on with little stickers on here. I wanna show this off because this is so weird. So you pull the brush out, and you see that right there? So these are like little stickers. They almost feel like glue. See that? That weird tacky thing? The brushes are like stuck on. So when you pull them out, they have these like stickers on the back, if you guys can see that. Sorry, I'll move that closer. So they have these little circles that are stuck, and then maybe that was just the PR because they were like rolled out, but that is a little weird. And then you have to sit there and like scrape the glue off, which who the fuck wants to do that after paying that much money? Not me. So foundation brush, let's put on some foundation. Now, where did that brush go? All right, so number 6 is right here. And this is a nice domey brush to really apply the foundation and let it hopefully sink into the skin. Let's just go in with a little Dior Forever. We haven't used that in a minute. Now I like to mix 010 and 020, so we are about to do that right now. And that is good for now. So let me dot this all over like I normally would do. I'll do half my face for now, just so we can see what the hell's going on. Now, let's apply. All right, you guys, so first impressions, it's taking me a little longer than normal to apply the foundation. Of course, you see a little shedding here, which I already told you guys, natural hair does shed. It is not the end of the world. These are, of course, brand new brushes. So, as you can see, the foundation looks beautiful. Now the brushes do feel soft. Is it the softest thing I've ever felt in my life, as everyone keeps asking? No, it's not, but it is a soft brush. It is nice. Obviously, you see the foundation applied great. I do gotta say, though, when you apply foundation with a natural haired bristle brush, it does take longer for some reason, because the product is soaking in. You gotta finesse it into the skin. So I will be going with more pumps. Usually I can get that foundation to cover my entire face. I am having to go in with even more product. So just know that, and let's finish. All right, you guys, foundation is laid. Definitely took a lot longer than normal. My wrist is like, oh, Jesus. I have a little bit of foundation left, but I used a lot of it. So I'm gonna wipe that off so I don't accidentally get that all over myself. Oh, let's move on to concealer. Now, I've been loving the All Nighter Urban Decay Waterproof Concealer. We're gonna use that. This is what Nate's dad used on me in my transformation video last week. So let's just put some on real quick. All right, bam. All right, so there's that concealer. Now there is, I think, a concealer brush here as well. So if you're someone that uses concealers in pots or you just wanna paint it on, you definitely can do that. This is a concealer brush. It's also used for blending in the concealer, which I don't normally do with these tiny of brushes. Let's go in with this for a second. We're already hating it. No, I'm just kidding. But I would never apply my concealer with this brush. I would maybe paint it on, but as you see, this is not blending. So going on to the brush that we used earlier, we've dusted her off. Let's go in this one and see how it wants to look. I know this is a video dedicated to the brushes, but I also want to throw in a few ideas of maybe doing some comparisons because no one has done that yet. They've just only tried the brushes. Now, obviously you can see my concealer. It's all right. I'm not like living for it. It did blend out. I just feel like it could have been better and quicker. That's just my opinion. Now, I think that it looks all right. It's blending cute, but I'm like finessing it over and over. I'm over it. But I do want to pull out an Artiste brush just for shits and giggles. So here is one of their brushes. What is this one? This is the Oval 7. Now these of course are synthetic man-made fibers, a lot of fibers in these bristles, and we're gonna just try it out on this side for fun. I think it's very interesting that they say on their website that synthetic or man-made fibers are manufactured and therefore can be more controlled in terms of shape, finish, diameter, length, and strength. Now with animal hairs, animals produce different hair depending on your diet, the environment, the weather, so there is no consistency from one animal to another, from one season or time of year to another. Never thought of that. Okay, Artiste, work. So I am just going to apply the concealer on the other side just to see if it looks better, worse, or what my thoughts are. So let me put on the exact same amount of concealer. All right. Here is of course the Artiste concealer side blended out. And then here is the Kylie Cosmetics side. Not that big of a difference. I definitely think this one obviously went on way quicker and it just kind of blended out nicely. Where this side it did blend, it just looks a little patchy and maybe like, a little dry for some reason. Like the brush hair was like, okay baby, okay. All right, you guys, concealer of course needs to be set. I didn't put the concealer everywhere where I wanted to, so I'm gonna just dab a little bit on my chin where I normally would. Maybe a little bit right here, make this nose fucking snatched. I was looking at her other brushes like, should I try the foundation brush we just used for a laugh? Let's do it. Okay, blended out a little better. I almost felt like the hair was like dragging the foundation a tiny bit, but definitely worked better than that smaller brush and this one. These two are not for concealer, girl. We definitely need to set the concealer, so I would just use a big fluffy powder brush. Let's see, number 3 looks cute, this big dome one. And then today we are going to use, which I'm excited about, the new Jeffree Star MAC Cosmetics collaboration setting powder. And this is in shade Patrick's Powder. I have not used this yet, so I am very excited. As you see, it's brand new. All right, ooh, I love that Patrick put this as the sealer instead of those cheap clear ones that you have to like scratch off with tweezers and you just want to like throw the powder across the room. I really appreciate this peel off. It's the little things. Right, so I took some of the powder and I put it on here and I'm just gonna take this brush and dip it in. Ooh, a lot goes on here, so let's shake some off. And then I'm just gonna literally take it and press it under the skin. Not under,